There's two types of limits. We're going to be looking at type 1. X approaches a number, but there's another one. X approaches positive infinity and negative infinity. And so we're looking at type 1 here, and this is the method that we're going to use to evaluate. Just substitute in the X value that's being approached. Now it doesn't matter whether it's a one-sided or a two-sided limit. We're going to just do it the same way. Plug in the X value. Now there's four possible outcomes that can happen. You could get a number, 0 divided by a number divided by 0, or 0 over 0. If you get a number, then that's the limit. If you get 0, that's the limit. If you get this other one, number over 0, you get does not exist for the limit. Now this one, 0 over 0, we're going to use a calculator. In about 3 weeks from now, you're going to learn L'Hopital's rule. Okay, this first problem, notice that X is approaching 4 from the right side. We'll just plug in the 4. We get 3 times 4 plus 1 is 13, a number, so the limit is equal to 13. This next problem, where we've got X approaching 0, a two-sided limit, so just plug in a 0. Here's what we get. We get a number, 1, so the limit is just equal to 1. Okay, this next problem, we've got a rational function, a fraction. We're going to plug in a -5, and look what happens. We get a 0 on the bottom, but a number on the top. So this is an example of a limit that does not exist. Okay, this next problem, if I recall correctly, we're going to get 0 over 0, and I'm going to show you how to use your calculator to do this. So we plug in the -2. You still start out the same way. You plug in the -2 and you get 0 over 0. So let's use the calculator now. First we're going to plug in our function into y1. And when you use your calculator, it's real important to remember you've got to put parentheses around the x squared minus 4 and around the x plus 2. So make sure you get the parentheses around there. After we get that put in, we're going to go to second table set, and we're going to start the table at -2 and get the change in the table to be 0.001. That'll help us to see what we're approaching. So second table set is just above the window button. And then when we push second table, table is the second button above graph. Now look, we get an error there, so we're going to arrow up and check it out. -2 is being approached from the left there. So look at the y value. What y value is being approached? Looks like -4. Now we'll check the right side, limit, and also approaching -4. So that means -4 is the limit. Okay, our next example here. Again, we plug in, we get 0 over 0, so we're going to use the calculator again. Put in this function into y1. Don't forget the parentheses around the numerator and the denominator both. Second table set. Table start at 5, and we'll leave it at 0.001 on the change in the table. Okay, arrow up a bit, and we see that we're approaching, it looks like 11. Both the left hand and right hand is approaching 11.